Okay, workout is done. I'm gonna show you everything that I ate today. I am starting to get hungry. It's 10:45. It's getting to the point where I'm just gonna start sticking things in my mouth if I don't have something prepared. These organic celery sticks from Costco are really good and sweet and delicious. I'm not sure why they're so good, but they go bad really fast. The ends start to get dried up and kind of weird, so you have to eat them pretty quickly. But so I've been just snacking on them whenever I feel like eating something or just chewing something, and they're really sweet and delicious. So I'm snacking on celery. I need to caulk the bathtub. I refinished my bathtub and painted the tiles. They were really gross looking. We've lived in this house for 18 years. It was just had been cleaned and scrubbed so many times that it just won't come clean. So I sanded it all down and painted the tiles, and they look brand new. So all I have to do is caulk the tub and it'll be ready to go. But I want to do that before I eat some lunch. I am just gonna have a few celery sticks while I look and see how much caulk I have, and if I have a caulk gun, and assess the situation. Hopefully I can get that done in the next 20 minutes, and then I'll be able to eat some lunch. But in the meantime, I put 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts in my air fryer. Let's turn the light on. Look at that. I just dumped them in the basket and put them on 400. This air fryer is new for me, so I'm not super savvy on how to use it, but I'm gonna put them in there for 15 minutes on 400 and then see what happens. I think they're gonna need to cook longer than that, but I might season them or dress them up at some point, but I'm just gonna get them going because I know that they're pretty big and they'll probably take a while. Look what I found. A little more than half a thing of caulk and a caulk gun. Never used one of these before. It has a nail in the end my husband put in there to keep it from going dry. So smart. Anyway, okay, look at this. All right, I am going to go caulk. Okay, full disclosure, it has been 15 minutes and I've just been watching a YouTube video on how to caulk a tub. And the timer went off, so they're still pretty firm in the center, but they're starting to get crispy on the edges. I'm really happy with how these are cooking. I cut them in half and I sprinkled garlic salt all over the top of them, and I'm going to stick them back. I put them in the sink to sprinkle so that they didn't get everywhere. I'm gonna stick them back in the air fryer, fancy air fryer. And I'm gonna do 400 again for 15 more minutes. Little braggy moment. I wanna show you my caulk job. But you can see I painted my tiles and I think that they look amazing. They were really, really gross. And the in between the tiles was like black from just years and years and years of scrubbing. And now they're nice and shiny, if you can see. And I just think that they look so amazing and I'm super happy with it. I have a jacuzzi tub and these jets have yellowed over time, but and the tub needs a good scrubbing, but I think overall it looks good. I'm gonna put the shower curtain back up and we can finally use our second bath. Okay, I am hungry now. So that was a success, that was fun. Even though these home improvement projects are not my favorite thing to do, it is empowering knowing that I can take care of myself and I can get things done. And that tub looks good to me. It was a source of stress every morning, sitting there and looking at it as I was using the bathroom and then getting in the shower, which I do every day. I always was disappointed in the look of it. And so it makes me feel good that just chipping away at all these little things. I have just a little bit, a handful of greens. This is the last of my greens. I am supposed to be getting my CSA box today. I don't know if I showed it. I filmed last Wednesday when I got my first CSA box. My dear brother, he's so smart and he knows me so well. As a Christmas gift, he got me 3 months of CSA boxes bi-weekly. So it was actually 2 Wednesdays ago. I did film it, but I don't know if I posted it. And it was a beautiful box full of organic local produce, and he said I'm going to get one every other Wednesday for 3 months. So I'm super excited, and he knows me so well. That's like the perfect gift for me. I have just the last of my greens that I bought at Costco because I ran out in between boxes, but I'm supposed to get that box later today, and I will definitely show you what I get. These Brussels sprouts are delicious. They're kind of like chewy. I cooked them for 30 minutes in the air fryer, and they're cooked all the way through. They're not crispy. No, they're not crispy, but they're cooked and they're delicious. Okay, so that was 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts. I put over 1 pound on this salad here. I made a quick dressing with some Dijon mustard and the last 2 tablespoons of my potato ranch I had. I put a teaspoon of Thai chili sauce in here and a little bit of lemon juice. And this is kind of like a sweet, sweet mustardy, creamy mustard dressing. So this is going to be so good on here. And this is as far as I'm getting. I have some steamed potatoes that I'll probably snack on if I'm still hungry after this, but it's noon and I'm hungry. I'm just going to eat this and I will catch up with you guys later. That hits the spot. Okay, that was delicious. I sat here and ate all 2 pounds of those Brussels sprouts. They were so good. And I was reading the Maui Times, which is this little kind of a weekly paper for our small island. And here on the cover is a story about a surfer with no hands and no legs. Isn't that amazing? Okay, what's your excuse? That's just amazing. But anyway, I ate all of 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts. That is over 40 grams of fiber, okay? Not recommended to eat that much fiber in one sitting. I was listening to a podcast that while I was caulking the tub, they were talking about fiber. I'm really obsessed with gut health and your microbiome and its effect on every aspect of your life. It always comes back to fiber. The microbiome in your gut, the healthy bacteria, feeds on fiber. And you get fiber from plant foods. Animal foods contain 0 fiber. So they were recommending a high fiber diet in this podcast, and that was, they were saying between 15 and 25 grams of fiber a day. Which, you know, if you're eating a whole food plant-based diet like me, I just consumed 40 grams of fiber in one sitting. That's not a good idea, but you can see if someone was new to this way of eating and they were hungry and they're like, well, I can eat Brussels sprouts, I'll just eat 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts. That might destroy your stomach if you're not a seasoned vegan like myself. So I can handle it. I may experience a little bit of digestive discomfort later on, we'll see. But I've eaten 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts before. Not all vegetables are that fibrous. They were so good, and then when they're air fried, you really can eat more of it, because all the moisture is kind of removed, they really shrink down in size, and they're kind of dried out a little bit. So you can eat a lot more air fried Brussels sprouts than you can steamed, like juicy Brussels sprouts. It's just, you know, a matter of science. So I did eat all of them, and that was probably a mistake, but they were so good. And I was dipping them in the Dijon mustard, which is amazing. And they were just delicious. So anyway, I'm nice and full now. I don't have any room for my potatoes, and I read this article about this surfer and the Special Olympics. It's just amazing what these people can do with limited capabilities. It's really inspiring, and it makes you thankful for the body that you have and the physical fitness that you have, the abilities that you have. Even if you're having pain or if you have some, you know, decreased mobility, there's something you can do. I don't care who you are or what your affliction is, there's something you can do to move your body and to improve your health just a little bit in this new year. So hopefully you are adding more fiber to your diet. The most important thing you can do for your health, for your weight loss, for your longevity, if you want to focus on one thing, it's not necessarily adding more vegetables or removing fat or removing animal products or removing dairy or staying away from gluten. It's none of those things as much as it is adding fiber. And I'm not talking about 15 grams of fiber a day. I'm talking about maybe 40 a day, you know, not in one sitting, but adding more fiber to your diet. That's naturally going to fill you up. It's going to feed that good microbiome in your gut, the healthy bacteria only. And it's going to crowd out any cravings for any junk food, any sugar. It's going to balance your blood sugar and prevent sugar spikes and crashes, and it's going to give you sustained energy throughout the day just by increasing your fiber. Not all vegetables have as much fiber as Brussels sprouts do. Whole grains and legumes are loaded with fiber, and then fibrous vegetables too. So try to increase your fiber. That's the single most important thing you can do for your health, is increasing your fiber and moving your body. You don't have to go to CrossFit, just going for a 10-minute walk a couple times a day, going for a 30-minute walk after dinner. That's so good for you. And I am going to plan out what's next on my list and clean up after my lunch here. You can see that I just threw my lunch together. It was nothing fancy at all, but it was delicious and filling, and it's 1:30 now, and I will be good until dinner. Look what came! So I went to the library. I got a book to read. One of my resolutions for 2023 is to read more. I would like to read more books, actual books. So I got the book. Dun, dun, dun. It's been recommended to me many times. Think and Grow Rich. I'm kind of at a crossroads in my life right now. Not really sure what my future holds. So I'm going to read this and hopefully it will give me some insight. Excited about that. And I got my CSA box. So let's see what we got. This is super exciting. Look how beautiful these greens are. Ooh, so pretty. So there's a butter lettuce, and there's 3 more heads of red leafy and green leafy. There's 2 broccolis in here. I have another huge head of butter lettuce and a bunch of kale. So I'm good with the greens. I got another Maui Gold pineapple. That last one was so good. I got some green beans, a little packet of green beans. I got another head of cabbage. I still have most of the last head because I had just bought one. So anyway, I got some longans. These are kind of like lychee. They have like a hard shell, and they're kind of like a grape texture on the inside, and they have a little seed in the middle. They're very good. Boys love those too. I got 2 beautiful local avocados. I got 3 cucumbers. Yum. I love cucumbers. I got 3 jalapenos, 3 bananas. No, 4 bananas, and a bunch of citrus. I got another sunrise papaya and some local oranges and lemons. These look so delicious. Well, I know that I'm gonna give the broccoli to the boys because they love that. I'm gonna eat all the greens myself. I might put some kale in their smoothies, but other than that, they're not really fans of lettuce. They don't really like lettuce at all. Again, such a great gift. If you know someone and you're looking for a gift idea, call up their local area or just look online at their local area at a CSA box, and you can choose fruits, vegetables. This is a mixed fruit and vegetable that he got me, which is perfect. And I couldn't be happier. It's like the perfect gift. So thank you, Patrick, my brother. We went camping for the weekend, and we got home last night, and I was craving some a hearty meal. So I made stuffed peppers with the leftover beans and rice I also mashed up a couple of potatoes in there and put some shredded zucchini and onions and mushrooms and stuffed it all into a bunch of peppers and put tomato sauce on top. So I'm gonna have that for dinner probably, but I wanna have a side of veggies with that. So I'm probably gonna cook up some cabbage since I have that head of cabbage that needs to be eaten. So I will catch up with you at dinner. Hi there, I'm back. It is 7 p.m. My best friend just left, and I got some sad news today that she is moving to the mainland. So, you know, I've gotten to know over the years living here, I've lived here 20 something years, almost 30 years, and a lot of people move to Hawaii and then move back. And so that's just, it's kind of a transient place. And she has lived here almost 3 years. She's become my best friend and we do everything together. You know, the fact of the matter is she got a good job offer and she needs to go. And I'm so happy for her. So that's sad. She's leaving at the end of the month and I'm gonna miss her terribly. But it is 7 o'clock. I'm going to have some dinner. I am having one of my stuffed peppers. I made these stuffed peppers last night. They're delicious. They're stuffed with black beans and potatoes and peas and corn and zucchini and mushrooms and onion. I have a stuffed pepper. I also have some cabbage. I will show you. It's cooking on the stove. It's almost a whole head of cabbage. That is cooking on the stove, just with some garlic salt. So I'm gonna have a side of that. That's actually looks done. Put the lid on that for a second. I'm gonna have some of that with my stuffed pepper, and that is going to be my dinner for the night. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my little channel. I will see you guys in the next video.